So, good afternoon, friends. So today we're going to create an artwork called a crayon print. So I will show you an example of one of mine. Let me just bend this down. So I made this one for Easter, and you can tell that on the inside I colored this with solid crayon, but I forgot something. When you're doing this, can you see that it says Happy Easter? You got to make sure that you write your letters backwards. So let me see if I can find the one that I did correctly. Let's check it out. Let's see here. So you can see that I did this one correctly. So it says Happy Easter right here, and then I wrote it backwards. I know, it gets a little tricky. We won't do like a really long word or anything, but I thought it would be fun. So if it's already past Easter by the time you do this project, that's okay. I have other ones that we're going to work on with different ideas. Okay? So you can see my little bunny on the other side. And it says Easter. Happy Easter. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to make sure we have all of the things that we need to make our artwork today. So first you should get a sheet of paper. Mine is white. And then get an assortment of crayons. So if you don't have crayons, that is okay. Remember, you can also use paint. Also for this project, you can use colored pencils. I believe those work. I will have to double check, but I believe colored pencils will work as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper like, instead of doing a card, we're not going to be doing the card. We're going to do a long strip. I like the book Dragons Loved Tacos, so I did that one, and then you can tell when you open it on the inside, maybe hard to tell, that it transferred on there. So, and I'll draw it a little bit darker. So what we're going to do is first we're going to fold it like a hot dog. Alright. You can see my grade books down here. So, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open it up, and I'm going to lift this up a little bit. There we go. So, I know it's pretty sunny out. It's kind of hard to see. But what you're going to do is, it looks like this, right? You're going to make sure the fold is away from you. So here's my fold right here, okay? And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade this section down here. I'm going to shade that with a bunch of different colors. Let me get my grade book out of the way so I can shade really well. Okay. So when you're doing this, make sure you use a lot of different colors. So I think the best colors that work for this are colors that are a little bit darker. So I would stay away from any kind of light greens, maybe like a light orange or yellow. The darker colors work really well. So I have blue violet right here, and that works really good. You want to color as much as you can of this rectangle. So remember, first you folded your paper like a hot dog, and then we opened it up, and now the fold is in front of you, and we're coloring this bottom section. I'm going to switch colors. I'm going to go to indigo, which is one of our rainbow colors. And make sure you get all the way down. I'm sorry if my computer's being loud right now. I just hope it doesn't overheat. So now I'm coloring, trying to stay below that fold line, okay? And I'm pressing pretty hard with my crayon. Don't press too hard because you don't want to break your crayon like I did the other day. And you can even tell that my crayon has a little bit of a diagonal now because I was shading so much on that one side. Let's get some green. Make sure you press hard. In addition to crayons or color pencils and paper, you're going to need a pen or a dull pencil. So I realized what works really well is a pen like this one. It's got a really good kind of pretty thick end on it versus, oops, let's take it out. You can see the difference between the tips. So this black one is thinner than this black one at the top. That one works really well. And also if you press really hard with the pen while you're doing it, that also helps too. Oops. So now I'm going to use some red violet because that's darker. And then, so I will show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you how to write letters backwards. And so for this part, you might want to use a pencil if you're not sure. If drawing backwards makes you nervous. Alright? So, alrighty. So now what you're going to do is we're going to fold this. Okay, and I'm going to write backwards. So make sure that fold is really good. Let's see here. Trying to think what I would write. Let's see here. I'm going to write the word love. And I'm pressing really hard. So let's see here. There we go. And you can see I'm writing backwards. The O is easy. So is the V. If I was doing an E, I'm going to put the tall line over here, close to that V, make the horizontal lines go away. There you go. And let's see here. You know what would be cute if I wrote a capital I, that one's easy because it'll be the same. But if I wanted to write the letter U, do it an easy way, make a V, do a tail, the O, and a U. There you go. You can always give that a tail, depending on if you're doing uppercase or lowercase, right? So, I might give this card to someone for their birthday. So what I'm going to put on here, I'm going to keep pressing hard with my pen. I'm going to draw a cake. And it's going to have a lot of layers on this cake. So let's see here. I'm going to get big with my layers. Put a candle on top. And decorate my cake. Remember, you can hear my pen moving, so you want to press pretty hard. And then, let's see here, ooh, and maybe some balloons at the bottom. Big balloons. I love balloons on my birthday. I'm sure you all do too. To make my balloon, I made a triangle, a circle on the top. Made a little triangle line to make it look like the balloon's shiny. Triangle. And then a shiny one. So, let me take a peek before I show you. Oh, this turned out so good. So, what you're going to do, this is it finished, and you're going to open it up. So, I'm going to lift this up so you can see it better. There we go. You can see it says, I love you. Oh no, it's too sunny. I'll post a picture below. There we go. It says, I love you. And the balloons are down there. Isn't that funny? So backwards, forwards. And if you want to make the card like this, so what I can do is I can fold it. and then the back. So you could write a message inside if you want to, on this side, on the blank side, okay? So you can write a message right here, all right? And then on this back side, I'm going to show you what you can do. So you're going to get a black crayon or colored pencil. And let me see, I have a colored pencil somewhere, and I'll show you that I know this works with colored pencils. I'm like pretty sure. Let's see here. Yes, all right. So I'm going to keep with my heart shape. So I'm going to draw a heart, color it in solid. For this part, you're going to need a black crayon or colored pencil and something to scratch with. So you could use a paper clip if you have one, or you can use the end of a pencil. The end of a pen. So the heart is going to be the black colored pencil, and then I'm going to do a star with a crayon, and I'll show you what you can do. So make sure you're coloring really hard so your color is super dark. And so let's see here. I have my clicky pen. I made sure that you can't see the end of the pen, so I'm not writing with it, I'm scratching with it. And I'll show you in just a second. So I was using that to scratch with for the star. The star's crayon, remember? Let's see here. So with the colored pencil, it works, but not as well. So I'll have to check on that and let you all know. It works, but not the same. Let's try a paper clip. Maybe that'll work better for the colored pencil. It does work better. But I feel like you're scratching your paper a little bit, but that's okay. Don't make a hole though. Alright, so you can see that the top part didn't work as well as I thought it would, but the star is great. So the star I used a crayon with, okay? So I'm going to experiment with some colored pencils and get back to you in a second. So I used a teal with a gray, and then I did black on top. And it does work, but you need a paper clip. So I think it's easier with the crayon, but if you do not have crayons, it does work with colored pencils. So I'm glad I checked that out, because I always like to know before I tell you to do something. I always like to check it out first and experiment before you experiment on your own, at home, or with your family. So right now, that is all that we need to do for that project. So like I did with this one, you can make it into a card if you want to. There you go. You can see that my cake and my I love you turned out really well. And you can always add more stuff to the bottom. I just wanted to show you a couple of choices that you can do. So I also showed you, here it is, my dragons love tacos. This one I should have used darker colors, but you can still see the mountains, and you can still see a little bit of the dragon. I also remembered that I did my name on one in cursive, which is super fun, but I forgot to draw backwards, so it didn't turn out, oopsies, how I wanted it to. So yeah, but it was still fun to do. So go ahead and start working and post whatever you create down below and have fun.